What I'm about to say next is going to sound like a diss.
क्योंकि मैं मर्द हूँ.
I'm gonna go filmi, full filmi on this one.
He loves the podcast, by the way.
I
My
know this.
God, is that how old we've become?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Khandaan, a Bollywood podcast. My name is Amrita and I am joined by my co-hosts Sujoy
Hey, everybody.
and Asim.
Hello.
Asim looking at completely the wrong camera there, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah, all the cameras are Asim's.
So this week we didn't want to do the usual stuff. Like we didn't want to do a review or a ranking. We wanted to do something slightly hatke.
Sure. We stole, basically.
What did we steal, Sujoy?
We stole Colbert's Questionnaire and gave it Karan Johar's energy.
Yeah. We wanted to do it a Khandaan twist. We will be answering this question dil se, So dil se.
मैं गुर्दे से आंसर करूँगा क्योंकि मैं मर्द हूँ.
Okay, let's get started then. Okay, here's an easy question. What was the first Bollywood movie that you guys saw in the theater?
I have a very vivid memory of this, and I think I might have even told this story on the podcast. My first movie was Akela with Amitabh Bachchan.
Okay.
Chal Chal Re Chal Ram Pyari, #forever Ram
I
Pyari.
mean, you had to start a podcast after that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it was an experience. Like we had to go like all the way to Brussels and watch this. It was like 2-hour ride. It was a completely inappropriate movie for the age I watched that movie. But Akela from Amitabh, weirdly enough, was my first movie.
What about you?
Mine, I think I've already done a reel about it, but mine's Jeete Hai Shaan Se from 1988, which is a multi-starrer movie that nobody remembers. Even the people who starred in it have no memory of this. This has Govinda, Mithun Chakravarti, Sanjay Dutt, Mandakini, and Danny Dinzongpa. It is famously remembered as the movie with Julie Julie, Johnny Ka Dil Tujh Pe Aaya Julie. It's
right.
one of those early Anu Malik soundtracks. But I remember like this was my very first time experiencing something on a giant screen, and my mind was blown to see like a 70 feet Mithun Chakravarti.
Mine was actually very respectable compared to these two.
Of course it was. This is the delineation of this podcast.
Pajama Chap,
Yeah.
Rajput, and then
It's going to
Marilyn
be like
Monroe.
Satyajit Ray, something, like
Bola,
No,
bola, Amrita.
it was Hum Aapke Hain Kaun actually.
Oh, okay.
Because like in the 80s, the theaters weren't very safe for women to go to
Sure.
and everything. So the first movie I saw in a theater that I remember is actually Maniratnam's Nayagan. So we lived in Delhi at the time, and
So
it came
appropriate.
it came to the film festival, which is like a big thing. Like the Indian Film Festival happens in Delhi every year, or used to happen in Delhi every year. And we used to live right behind City Fort, which is where the film festival used to happen. So my mom was very like, we will give you a cultural understanding of the world. So she would take me to see things like Nayagan. But when Hum Aapke Hain Kaun came out, and the Bajatias basically said that we're going to revamp all the theaters, and we're going to make it safe for families to go see this movie in the theaters again. And my friend Shweta convinced her dad, who's this really sweet old soul, to take her and I think a couple of our other friends, and but I know like it was Shweta and her dad, and then we all went and saw.
The Tuffy Show.
No, it was Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, but it was I think that theater that caught fire later.
All right.
Upahar
Upahar.
Cinema. I think it was there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But it was, and it was my first like Bollywood movie that I saw on the big screen, and I was like, yay, I like it.
Salman Khan made it safe for women to come to this theatre.
Yes. Jai Bhai. The next question we have is, who is an actor that you irrationally defend? I'm going to come to you later, but like, Sujoy.
I'm at that age then when I don't feel the need to defend anybody. I honestly don't think I can defend anyone, even myself, for the choices I've made.
Sujoy has found enlightenment. And
No,
now
it's not
this is-
enlightenment. I've just given up. Yeah, I don't think I can defend anybody. Like, I think I've been able to sort of separate art from the artist. So, because a lot of the people in Bollywood are insanely problematic, but I can probably still watch their movie totally detached from the people they are. Case in point, Salman Khan, we have a podcast on him, and we sort of appreciate the work that he's done and the movies that he's made, but also at the same time, we discuss the flaws and all the negative parts of his personality, I suppose.
For me, I was trying to think of someone that I would defend irrationally, and Asim was like, you instead have people that you attack irrationally.
Yeah.
And it's true. And that person is Amir, actually. Amir just like annoys me. So I just like make fun of him all the time. He hasn't.
What does he have to do to please you, Amrita?
He just needs to shut up for a little while, I think. Like for a long time after Lal Singh Chadda, he didn't say anything. And I felt very kindly towards him. And then he went on his publicity blitzkrieg, and immediately all my goodwill was gone with the wind again.
But out of that whole thing, I did found another clip after the last recording when he was talking about Doom 3 and why he thought that Rimi Sen should have been in the story, and the story arc for Jai Dixit, Abhishek's character, could have been more interesting, I suppose. But
no, I don't have any issues with his instincts as a filmmaker or anything. It's his personality that is just grating. But anyway, that's not the question. Now, Asim, you amongst all three of us are the person that people constantly ask, like, how can you be a fan of a certain somebody?
Yeah, so that's Salman Khan.
Yes.
I basically get, how can she slap emails all the time? like how can you defend this? Also, I think a lot of it because I have such a vocal personality on the things that I stand for.
Yeah.
And then liking Salman Khan's movies seems to be the antithesis of that. So I think I get a lot of that. But yes, I'm not going to explain my answer now. I think I've done it a lot of times already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like his work. I grew up with him. There's a sense of nostalgia there. So, and I also call out the behavior that I don't agree with. I would actually add two more because you also already mentioned. I would add also Karan Johar. And I would also add Vidya Jamal, funnily enough.
And Arjun Kapoor, let's not forget.
Arjun Kapoor. But I think Karan Johar, I would say I have I really like a lot of it work, and I also defend a lot of the toxicity that comes towards him, which I feel a lot of it is unjustified.
Yeah.
So I think Karan Johar would be another one of those. Yeah.
I think that's a fair point. Like, I do stick up for Karan a lot, and I don't particularly like having to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just that some of you just don't know where the line is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the kind of things that you guys say and do. Like, I would be uncomfortable living with myself if somebody said that in front of me and I didn't say something. So yeah, that's a good
Bollywood
point.
audiences are habitual line steppers, basically.
I mean, it's true for Desi people, period. It's not just Bollywood fans. It's just in our culture, we don't know where the line ends.
But if you want to step over the line, drop us a email at youpodcasting@gmail.com. Address all your queries to Asim. You can also join us on our Patreon and then ask us in a free and fun community setting. That's another thing that you could do. Link below. So the next question is there a film, and I don't think this is actually a question for us, but is there a film that you have seen and like secretly loved but pretend that you hate?
I don't think so.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me too.
Yeah, but there is something that I find sometimes ashamed that I like this movie in some ways, because a lot of people did not, and that is Happy New Year by Farah Khan. Because I remember watching this on Friday night release, right? And I was like, the whole week had been tough and I really needed to just, de-stress. And this movie gave me that. I was taken to a sort of imaginary dance competition world, meets Money Heist, meets Boman Irani being a Casanova come key cutter, and then Abhishek Bachchan giving the best Nagin dance. Shah Rukh's abs did nothing for me, but Deepika's Kamli was fabulous. And Manwa Lage also was in that movie. So there was a lot to love in that movie. Farah Khan almost had this, she always has this like cinematic flourish where she takes leaps of imagination, which I don't see in other Bollywood movies. Very much like Stephen Chow's sort of, taste of comedy in a way. And that I loved about A Happy New Year. Obviously, it has not aged well, and if I revisit it, I have not seen it since its release, by the way.
No, since we reviewed
we reviewed it, but it did not land as well when I rewatched it, I think. But I still like have that memory of the first time I watched it. I really, really liked it.
It has like all the Farah Khan gags. Like I can see it. We were discussing earlier. I just carry all my strange loves on my sleeve, so I don't really have one. I think if I go back and think about it, when Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi came out, I think a lot of us were confused as to what we thought about it, because did we like it? Did we not? Was it like a good film, a great film, a bad film? How did we feel about it? And I feel we feel this way about a lot of Aditya Chopra movies. And there never seems to be like a middle path for Aditya Chopra movies. You know, like you fall either on the line of obsessives or, absolute haters. For a lot of his work, and I think it took me a while to understand that I actually did like Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi. So that's the closest I can think about it. What about you, Asim?
I mean, for me, again, I almost take it as a challenge to find a film that I like and that other people will not like, like.
But you're never ashamed or lying about it. You
Yeah.
are more blatant about it.
Yeah, I genuinely
Yeah.
like those movies. Like, I've defended movies like Ulaj. I've defended Tashan is a long time, And also the other way around, if I didn't like a movie and then I ended up liking it, be it Detective Bomkesh Bakshi or Jawan to a certain degree. I've mentioned and talked about it on the podcast that, hey, I didn't get it at the start, but now that I've gone back, I found this that I like or that I don't like. So no, this category doesn't really work for me.
And also, we have a podcast where like our entire job is to talk our way through a film.
Yeah.
So it just like, like by the end of it,
Sharam kahan hai?
I mean, there's elements of blue I like. There is no shame here.
okay.
It'd be concerning if we liked a Rohit Shetty movie from the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he made in the last 5 years, to
Circus.
be honest.
Like secretly Asim loves circus apparently.
Never finished it. Yeah. I would have told you if I did, man. I would have told you.
What's a role that you would do in a heartbeat? Because for me, it is like immediately the only thing that I could think of, and I've never wanted to be an actor, but the only thing I could think of was Hava Hawaii from Mr. India.
Okay. I don't know.
Sujoy's not impressed. He's like, is that it?
I mean, it's really large shoes to fill, basically.
I mean, that's what I wanted to do, right? Like, why would I want to do like, a Sonam Kapoor movie? I want to do the best.
I was thinking more like Remo D'Souza in Madgaon Express or something. Just show up to Goa and just
look
chill.
like the Predator.
Yeah, pretty much with the braids.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah.
No, like a low effort. I don't want to work on a film set. Just have fun with Kunal Khemu and the team and just like,
Yeah.
pretty
You
much
want to
that.
be invited to the party.
Yeah, and not work for it.
This
The
is
dream.
This is a good one because I didn't have an immediate answer for this, but now that I'm thinking about in your line, I would probably want to do Vishal Dadlani in Tismar Khan.
Sala aankhon se balatkar kar.
Yeah, that one.
Because you also have the hair for it.
But about the hair, the immediate one that I thought was Kancha China in Agnipath. That's the one I would do because that I think I could actually carry. So I would be Kancha China in Agnipath. That would be the one.
The original Agni, but Danny's role.
No, the Sanjay Dutt role.
Sanjay Dutt role. Okay.
I do appreciate you might see me as a Danny Denzongpa, but the reality is...
You're Sanjay Dutt.
By the way, Danny Denzongpa, like...
He loves the podcast, by the way. I don't know. I'm just making sure.
More like Daddy Denzongpa. Okay, so who is Bollywood's biggest chameleon? This question, I just want to point out. Like, this question is a compliment when it comes in
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
It is not a compliment when it comes in Hindi because it's like Bollywood का सबसे बड़ा गिरगिट कौन है? And you're
रंग
just like,
बदलता है. It's like basically switching teams,
Yeah.
right?
and I know who the Girgit is.
And who the chameleon
yeah,
is.
the chameleon is a little bit more of a. But you had a great answer.
Yeah, no, I just got lost in all other animals that are different, like ullu, owl, like kutta, like it's like all of these animals have completely different.
Kutta kaun hai?
Kutta kaun hai? No, I did have actually an immediate answer for this. Was
Yeah.
Taapsee Pannu, because I think I've seen her in so many different roles. I just saw her like as a loud Punjabi in Khel Khel Mein. And I believed her. I've seen her as a fiery woman in Hasina Dilruba. I believe her. I saw her as a woman that's kind of in a marriage that she's like subdued and then kind of finds her identity in Thappar. I believe her. So I think these are all very different roles. And I think she's actually a great performer that I don't see Taapsee in it every time. I see she's inhabiting that role. And I couldn't find a better contemporary actor than Taapsee Pannu.
So what I'm about to say next is going to sound like a diss, but I do not mean it that way. The Bollywood system is very
Yeah.
much a star system.
It is.
And stardom requires you to be immediately apparent as yourself in whatever it is that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see a Shah Rukh Khan movie, you immediately know that is Shah Rukh Khan. But Taapsee is a fine actress, but she's not a star. Like, she's not a star. Like, it's just very obvious at this point because she's been working for about, 10, 15 years at this point. But she's a fine actress. And I think that is why you find her so believable in so many different roles.
Yeah.
And she's so good in them.
But I think it's also the dynamic of women just in Bollywood, right? Like the movies I've mentioned, Thappar or Loop Lapeta, these are Taapsee movies. They're
Yeah.
opening, they're successful, people are talking about them. If you then have a male equivalent, I don't think you have one. Like
Yeah.
I don't think Pankaj Tripathi is that equivalent, right? And he's also not a chameleon at all.
No.
He's like, which sweater vest am I wearing? And I think especially with males, like when it's a look reveal, it's like with beard or without beard, with long hair or short hair. That's the only level of getting into the character there is.
And it's and people like say Nawazuddin Siddiqui, who's like a really fine actor, but he's like very much constrained by his physicality,
yeah.
and like and that includes his accent
Yeah.
and the way he says things and stuff like that.
Remember when the Azhar movie came out and everybody was praising Imran Hashmi for looking just like Imran Hashmi? Yeah.
What about you?
Ranveer Singh, that's my obvious choice because
The
of
closest we can
yeah,
come.
The sort of spectrum of movies that he's done, from being a Delhi boy, a poor Delhi boy in a university in Band Baja Barat. It's not the same to what Delhi boy he does in Rocky Rani. And you have 83 in the mix, you have Khilji, you have the Gujarati Ram in Ram Leela. All the movies that he's done, I don't necessarily see the same Ranveer in every performance. It's very, very different. And I guess that's what we're looking for in a chameleon.
I think there's also a lot of PR push right now for Vicky Kaushal being that person. But I don't think his filmography has reached there yet.
Yeah.
And Ranveer is like very distinctly different in the roles that he plays. That's a good choice.
Lutera as well.
Yeah. I know who the Girgit is though, and
Okay.
it's the one and only Karan Johar. I know everyone calls him Nagjo, but it's not true. It should be Chameleon Joe because that man will like he will turn on himself, which is an amazing talent. Like he will like diss his own work before you can do it. And I'm just like, wow. Like, we defend his work more than he defends it.
I was about to defend Karan Johar just now. Just now I was going to do it. I think it's a way to protect himself that he does that.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
Next question.
Next question. What's your this should have won an Oscar moment?
Yeah, that one. I'm going to go full filmy on this one, right? I think we're talking about Karan Johar again. I feel it's Shah Rukh Khan coming back into Blue Water Mall and seeing his mom after so many years and saying in sign language, "That's my family." I'm gonna well up again. Like
It's one of the all-time great melodramatic scenes.
It's so good. I watch it every time. I still cry every time. I want to call my mom after it. Like, it works every time. I think if there was an Oscar for raw emotion, I think that scene just taps into it. It's a majestic scene. It's beautiful.
Yeah. For me, it's the scene from Tamasha where Ranbir walks away from Deepika and leaves her crying on top of a table. And all you see is her back. I've never seen a back emote that well. You know, like it was amazing.
There is a common thread in here that we are all talking about melodrama, heightened emotions. For
Such desis we are.
such desis, matlab, if you make us cry, we will vote for it. You know, my pick for it is Luka Chupi in Rang De Basanti, when the trunk arrives and Wahida opens the door and she receives it and she collapses and everybody tries to pick her up and the song the second stanza of the song
Yeah.
starts. That's the perfect use of a song in a Bollywood movie with the melodrama happening in
Yeah.
the scene. Perfect.
Good picks, guys. Good picks.
Yeah.
You did good on that one.
I could, like, the moment you started talking, I knew exactly which scene that was. The moment you started talking, I knew exactly which song.
Blue Water.
Oscars for us.
Yeah, yeah. What's a movie you wish you had directed?
Sikandar. Because I could have done a better job.
What
I
about you?
don't think I have any more notes than that because I could literally show up on the set and make a better movie than actually what was made on the set.
Yeah. I have a similar answer. We're doing Salman again. It's Veer. Although I wonder if I would direct it better or edit it better. Because I think the problem lies in the editing. There is a good movie in Veer, but it needs to be reshuffled. And it's a point that I've stood on very, very long time. And I think Veer had a good movie. One that Salman had in his mind also. The one that he was sold. And then the execution wasn't there. And I think Veer would be that one.
I had a slightly different take on the question itself. So I kind of, like, you guys are looking at like a movie that you could have made better. I'm thinking of a movie that was good enough that, like, I thought that I wish like I had that sort of a brain. And I kind of wish that I had the kind of brain that would come up with Jaga Jasoos, because whimsy is just so hard.
Yeah.
And like, I know Basu did Barfi before that and everything, but I think for my money, Jaga Jasoos is a better film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's a it's a very homegrown sort of whimsy to it that I really enjoy, and I don't have that note in myself. So I really wish I'd done that one.
Good choice. Good choice.
Okay, what is a scene that you know by heart? एक लड़का और एक लड़की कभी दोस्त नहीं बनते.
Jisam ki bhook.
I think you got to say which movie that is from.
Oh,
Not everybody might
my
know
God, is that how old we've become?
this. Yeah.
That is from Maine Pyar Kiya. It is a foundational scene in Bollywood.
Yeah.
If you are going around the world telling people that you love Bollywood and you don't know that scene, then shame on you.
That's like Monish Behel's calling card. Right?
Yes. He's not even very good at it, to be honest. Like, if you go back and you watch it, you are just like, the modulation is like way off. He definitely improved as an actor after it, but it doesn't even honestly make sense halfway through. Like, you know, like the monologue just sort of like falls apart a little bit, but you don't care. It's just like great. It's just one of those amazing monologues, and he gets punished for it also because right before that, you know, he was like trying to murder that pigeon, and the pigeon is like, I remember, you're scum. Anyway, what about you?
I don't think I have the power of memory anymore. It feels like the dialogue goes away. I can't remember an entire scene, but I will remember if the scene is playing. So there are so many movies that I've rewatched over the years. So like Andaz Apna Apna, Sholay, even Jab We Met. I have all those like Omelette Ka Raja or Bread Ka Badshah, Bajaj.
Andaz Apna Apna is a big one for me too.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, the other one that I was thinking of is that one specific scene in Mr. India.
Bajrang Bali?
No,
one?
no, that too. But the other scene is where he's lost the bracelet, but he sees that it's in Mogambo's feet, and he gives him the whole speech about how he wants to lie down and once at his feet and just say, "Hail Mogambo, King of India," and Amrish just gets happier and happier. That one.
It's so funny though because he's not playing for laughs.
Yeah.
And he's just playing that character of Mogambo with the superiority complex, right? It's so well done.
And Amrish Puri's expression that he can't even understand his happiness. He's like fully pumped with hot air.
Mr. India mujhe worship kar raha hai.
I love that scene, man. I love that scene.
So that is very natural segue to my next question, which is, what's a movie that you would remake shot for shot?
I think I have done like school plays of Sholay, like spoofing it. So yeah,
Wow.
Sholay, I guess, because it's pretty much like academic text at this point for us, right? Right from the starting scene to the recaps to the train robbery to
I was about to ask you, your school let you do like Sholay ka remake?
yeah. It was like a fun comedy skit, which was like a reenactment of. I can't exactly remember what we did, but we did Sholay in some way.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
What about you, Asim?
I don't know the answer to this one. I like what's yours
Akela.
before I.
Mine is Sound of Music.
Oh right.
Like, I love Sound of Music. I grew up.
Parichai.
Yeah, I know. I was about to come to it. Smart Alec. I
Smart
know.
boy.
I know, like, Parichai was made, but honestly, like, Christopher Plummer deserved better than Jitendra playing him. Like, I'm sorry. But, and also, I don't know if Rishikesh Mukherjee was the right person to remake a Sound of Music movie.
Amrita is.
Yes, I am. I would remake it, and I would cast somebody like super hot to play the captain.
I think now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably want to remake or shoot, whatever you want to call it, like the first movies of people, like maybe Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na or Maine Pyar Kiya, where these actors that are going to be such massive stars, or even like Savariya, like any of those debut movies, just because what these actors, stars they became, but you see them in the raw form where you could kind of have a very intimate relationship with them. I think that would be kind of a cool, because I don't have that star. Otherwise, if I had that star thing, I would say, I want to do Diwangi, because you get everybody in one shot, in one thing. But I know how much headache Farah had by convincing everybody, so I don't think I can handle that.
I wonder if, like, what you are describing right now, that's maybe the thought process that Karan had for Student of the Year.
Yeah.
Where he's like, let's take these very time-tested formulas for debut movies and then see how we can make something within a specific budget with like newcomers.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last question is, what's the last movie that made you cry?
This was a funny one. I don't know, you were sitting next to me, but I don't know if you saw me like get emotional. It was Ballerina.
Oh.
Yeah. Ballerina has this sequence where a father gets attacked by like a bunch of goons and he is unable to save his daughter, and his daughter is then left to become an assassin to survive in the world. And I thought of all of the fathers at this moment in the world that cannot protect their daughters or their sons against the cruel world that there is out there. And that just got me very, very emotional. So recent movie, not a movie that I think would get such an emotional reaction. But I think what's going on in the world, something about that just hit. And being a father, obviously, one of the biggest phases that you cannot protect your kid. And that's like, however much he fought, however talented and strong he was, he could not save his daughter. And I thought that was like one of those scenes that really got to me.
So mine is a little bit on that same theme. I think the last time that I cried was for Jawan, and it is that song with Deepika in the jail where she's, she has the baby. She doesn't know what's happened to her husband. And she raises the baby to be like as strong and as independent as he can be, because she knows that she's going to be executed when he turns 5. And he doesn't really understand that because he's a baby when they lead her away from it. And I was just like, oh, that really, like, I know a lot of people talk about like how Deepika was just there as a flower pot. I don't think so. I think it was a very impactful cameo, at least for me.
What a gamla.
What about you, Sujoy?
I thought we were only picking Bollywood movies. So
we cheated?
yeah, it feels like it. So I went back to my letterbox to see what all movies I watched. But the last Bollywood movie that made me cry was Superboys of Malegaon. Yeah, that movie had some really effective emotional scenes in it. The last movie that made me cry was Mayadagan, with Arvind Swamy and Karthi. That movie just got me from nowhere. I don't know. It was so effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The climax or the finale? Or?
No, I don't know where. Yeah, I felt emotional back and forth during that movie. Like his longing for the place that he no longer has, and his sort of guilt trip that he does not recognize this person and all of that. It was so well acted.
And there you have it, folks. That's our little Khandaan Bollywood questionnaire. And I hope you know us a little bit better now. And if you'd like to know even more about us, then join our Patreon. Link is below. And we post a lot of content there that we don't anywhere else. It tends to be a little bit more personal as a forum. So if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy, then check out our Patreon.